all the relationships are important while drawing the class diagram, because there will be different classes, there will be different relationship between them.
Yes,
This
sir.
one is customer class.
Sir, is it correct till now?
Yeah.
Or we have to add the attribute like account type, whether he has a current account or a savings account.
Here we have had. No, okay, it's okay for the customer class right now. But it depends on what you have done previously now. So,
Yes, sir.
draw a different class.
On what basis you fix up the objects or classes? On what basis? How do you get this object? From where you got it?
So from the
Where?
so from the problem itself, we distinguish between the
Not
verb
from
and
where?
noun.
From which diagram? From which diagram you could identify these are the really required classes? Really required.
So from the use case only.
Anybody else? Anybody else? From use case or from activity or from the state chart or from the sequence, where you get so many 4 diagrams are in your hand. Nirmal Panda,
Yes,
how
sir.
you get these? How you get these names?
Sir, from activity diagram.
Why not from use case?
Sir, use case only gives the names of above the classes.
So here he is fixing the classes.
Sir, the attributes are and the functions are we are getting from the activity class.
Okay, so name of the classes you get from the use case and attributes and operations you get from the activity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nirmal Panda will give a lecture on how to draw the class diagram in the next class very correctly, from where these things will be identified, the attributes and classes, how the relationship can be fixed up between the classes, how the मैसेज इन्वोकेशन, आज इंगू ने भैया ने बढ़िया से अभी बताएंगे मैसेज इन्वोकेशन, जो कि सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Next class again Nirmal Panda will tell about the details about the class diagram. So you prepare a good PPT, okay?
Okay.
And class diagram is the Rutpind. That is the main heart of any software. Based on this, the software is developed. Yeah. Right.
Sir, is it visible or not? I don't know.
It's visible.
So, so now also.
Only bank class is visible.
Okay, sir.
Hello, Rishabh.
Sir, yes, sir.
Just wait a minute. I will just tell you the relationships now. What are the different relationships?
Yes, sir.
The relationship, then yeah, you feel the relationship, message passing, and what are the constraints, how to fix up the constraints. Constraint means, for example, in a bank, you cannot withdraw 387 rupees. 387 you cannot withdraw, either 400 or 300. So this, okay?
Is the whiteboard visible?
Yes.
So the whiteboard visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is able to see
Yes,
the
sir.
whiteboard
Yes.
by
Yes,
Bole
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Bhaiya?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, the first relationship is the association. What association is it? For a ATM, there is a user. So there is an association between a ATM and a user. We have ATM and so between a ATM and a user, there is the association and it is represented as a straight line. The second one, so with composition and aggregations. These are the two relationships. So composition and aggregation. So it is a kind of like a for the ATM example. For a ATM, there is a cash dispenser. This is cash dispenser. This is a screen. So for in aggregation, we can take first composition. So what happen is composition. If there is no ATM, there won't be any cash dispenser or screen. So without this ATM, both this cash dispenser and screen won't be there. So this relationship is shown by this dark arrow. It's like the children can't live without the parents. If there is no parent, there won't be any children. Okay. This is, this is how a composition is shown. So there are options in our star YAML to draw all these relationships. So for composition, the main is the children can't live without the parents. If there is no ATM, there won't be any cash dispenser or screen. And this is represented as this dark diamond. And the second is aggregation. Aggregation, we can say that here the children,
Sir,
yeah,
can we also include ATM card under ATM in composition? If there is no ATM, there will be no use of ATM card.
but as the entity it will be there ATM card.
Yes, sir.
As there is no ATM, but you still have the card with you, na?
Oh, yes, sir.
So there is no ATM, there won't be any screen or any cash dispenser.
Yes, sir.
So it's, yeah, it is strongly connected, you can say. So it is its composition. And aggregation is similar to this, presented as here the parent and children are not strongly connected. If the parent is not present, the child can live for itself. There's no need for parent every time. I can write parent. So it's like for here you can say library. So if there is no library, you can still have the books there. And ATM, the different example is like a department. If there is no college, there won't be any computer science department or this department. So it is strongly related in composition. In aggregation, it is weakly related. And the last one is the generalization. Generalization is for inheritance, where you have parent class, or we have seen the example. Hmm. We have seen the example for withdrawal. For withdrawal, we have saving here we have used the sign. In our use case diagram, we have used this one. So for withdrawal, I will represent with W. We have used this arrow. So this is for saving. One is for the current. These are the four relationships. The first one is association, like between the ATM and the user. The user is if withdrawing the money from ATM or doing something, there is association between them. The second two are composition and aggregation. So in composition, these are both strongly related. Without the parent, the child can't live. So if there is no ATM, we don't have cash dispenser, we don't have a screen. And the aggregation is weakly related. A child can live without a parent. So like in a library, if there is no library, we still have books. And the last is generalization, is inheritance. For withdrawal, we are having savings and current. These are the four relationships. So this will be very useful in the class diagram. While drawing the class diagram, to show the relationship between the class diagrams, these relationships are important. And keep in mind the, yeah, keep in mind this notation for association, a straight line, composition, aggregation, this dark diamond, for aggregation, this one, and for generalization, these arrows. So these are the four relationships. And in our star UML, we have all these options.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you please again explain the aggregation? For the what is the main difference between aggregation and generalization? The both has parent-child relationship.
we always put the composition and aggregation like for aggregation and generalization. So we can say they are little bit similar, but we put aggregation and composition differently because we always compare these two one like strongly connected and weakly connected. And in generalization, we usually go for child parent-child relationship.
Yes, sir.
Just read about them, you will get a clear idea about what are these relationships. So, okay, there's this one example on net. So it's saying for composition, it's saying that a tail is a part of both dogs and cat. A tail is a part of dog. And for aggregation, it's saying a cat is a kind of pet. You can see the difference. It's saying like it's animal. So it's generalization. The animal, I have dog also. So this comes under generalization, and aggregation is like the dog has a tail, but it will come under aggregation, strongly related because there won't be any tail of the dog. Like these are the relationships. Just go through all the relationships once. You will get a clear idea if you have any doubt. So association, composition, aggregation, and generalization. So the star UML is visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on the left hand side, you can see aggregation, composition, the association, and generalization. All these relationships are there for class diagram. Yeah. These four relationships are there. So now there's one more concept of method invocation. So after drawing the class diagram only you can see what a method invocation is. So for the purpose of explaining the method invocation, I will draw a small class diagram. Let me stop sharing this. So now I have this ATM class. I will add one operation. I will take a keypad. And that one get pin. And another operation I will get option. taken this class, and the third class I will take as a case. I will name it as get cash. So now, as we have seen previously, without ATM there won't be any keypad screen. So the relationship here, its composition. You can see the notation of this composition. I will take a withdrawal. Take another class.
Question. Okay. Try to ask question some more. You have to ask question where you fail to understand. जितेंद्र आप देखो इसको. You have to ask question.
So I will
Where
add
from? Yeah, good. Go ahead.
So here for bank database, I will so one question is there. So what will be the relationship between ATM and withdrawal? Can anyone say? Can anyone answer the relationship between ATM and withdrawal? Relationship. Any any suggestion?
Composition.
Sir,
Composition.
Sir, composition.
Composition.
Composition only.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can we use association or aggregation?
No, sir. Aggregation we cannot use, sir, because we can withdraw from the bank also, and we can withdraw from the ATM also. So if we
You are
destroy
not
the ATM,
little bit loud.
acha, all right, sir. Sir, we can withdraw the money from the bank also, and we can withdraw the money from the ATM also. But if the ATM get destroyed, we can still get the money from the bank.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
aggregation is of no use, I think.
So yeah, we can use then the association. So withdrawal is associated with ATM. Now you have to see which relationship is necessary for these classes. You have to find out which relationship is the correct one between the classes. Different students will have different reasons for this relationship. Now you have to justify why are you using the relationship. I will write ATM is associated with. I will add one more operation. So now this is a simple class diagram. I use two relationships here. The one is the composition, where the parent can't live without the child. This one is the composition, and these two are the simple association. Is there option for note? Can anyone tell me, is there option for writing notes or something text?
Sir, there is one at
Annotations. classes.
Sir, under annotation.
Annotation. Okay, okay, yeah. Here this concept called method invocation. It's visible method invocation. So there's this concept called method invocation. After drawing a class diagram and the relationship between all the classes. So what a method invocation is means that once the user is inserting a card in the ATM. So here is our ATM class. What internally is happening is now the user has inserted the card in the ATM. So now the ATM has started processing. So it will just start the set main process. This is the main process inside our ATM. So now this after inserting the card in the ATM will start the main process. Now it will require the keypad, screen, and all these classes. It will the ATM class will require the methods of all these classes. So our this set main process will it, okay. After inserting the card, the ATM will display. It will require a screen. So what will happen is our set main process will invoke. It will invoke a set screen display. It will require a display to show the user that okay, you have inserted the card. Now just insert the pin. So the set main process will invoke. It will invoke the set screen display, and also for entering the pin, it will then invoke the get pin for the keypad. So once the our set main process will invoke this set screen display and get pin, the user will enter the pin. So now the user has entered the pin. So the next step is suppose we have chosen a withdrawal option. So here for this explanation purpose, I have just taken a withdrawal. So for a withdrawal, our next process will be the get amount. Suppose the user has entered some amount he want to withdraw. So now the next invocation will happen at get amount for the withdrawal. So here one more operation I will write. So I will get account. One more operation I have written get amount number, account number. So after inserting the card, invoking the set screen display and keypad, user is entering the pin. After selecting the withdrawal option, so the set main process will invoke a get amount. So the user has entered 10,000 rupees. So the it will check the account number and it will take the get amount. So what invoke these methods. So suppose the user has entered for 10,000 rupees. So the next step is check whether the balance is available in the account or not. So here in bank database there is the operation is pin valid. So this is the previous this will be a previous operation. So we are directly seeing the withdrawal. So for that we will check is the balance available or not. After the user enters, I want to withdraw 10,000 rupees. Now the ATM will check. It will again invoke. It will say, okay, get the available balance. Is the balance available or not? Okay. So suppose there is the balance available in the account, 20,000 rupees. So the balance will be deducted, and again the set main process will invoke a set balance. So you have to again set the balance. So what is the remaining balance in the account? So the ATM will invoke set balance. The balance will be set, and the the balance will be set. Excuse me for okay. So the balance will be set, and at the end the cash will be dispensed. So for that we will require a cash dispenser. For cache dispenser, the set main process will invoke. It will invoke get cache. So once this method is invoked, the cache will be dispensed and the balance will be set. So at the end, the user can collect the cache, and this will end the main process. So like this, from the point of inserting the card, the set main process will start invoking the method. So this is called a method invocation. So from the start, what we have seen is the user has entered the card, set main process has started, so it will require a screen. So it will invoke a set screen display. So the display will be set. The user can see, okay, I have to enter the pin. For that purpose, the get pin, this method will be invoked. So the user will enter the pin. We have selected the withdrawal. So we need to get the amount. What is the amount? The amount will be entered by the user. We have to check the amount. For that, we need some methods. This will be invoked. Get available balance, set balance, and in the last, we need cache dispenser for collecting the cache. So for that, it will invoke the get cache method. And at the end, the main process will be end. The set main process will end. So basically, this is the concept of method invocation. So as we will see you can see in the next chapters, we will listen this word method invocation. How there will be different classes, how one class will invoke a method of other class. There will be different components. We will learn about components also. So mainly this is the concept, how a method is invoked from one class to another.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I need to understand like the order of the method invocation, like after which class, then which class method will be invoked and all. So that flow will be like defined in note or in diagram. That flow, how it will be defined?
It will depend on the. It will all depend on the class diagram and the user. So now here we are using for withdrawal. So now you have this class diagram. You have written some code. So in that code you are selecting for withdrawal. The user wants to withdraw. So the method invocation will be in that. For screen, then keypad, for withdrawal, for bank database.
No, so my question was like someone will see this diagram, then like from himself, like the observer, how the observer will know that how the flow will happen.
No, the observer will what method like as a, like
Then
you
we
have
have to
drawn.
explain.
Yeah, you have drawn the use case diagram.
Sure.
When the code will execute it, how it will invoke the methods. That is.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Now, but this is a simple representation of a class diagram. So when you draw the use case diagram, activity diagram, sequence diagram, so there will be a class diagram here. So like for withdrawal, I will add one class. So here we have seen in the use case also. I have current. I am saving account, current account. Okay. So any suggestion relationship between savings account and withdrawal? What will be the relationship?
So generalization.
Generalization, sir.
Yeah, generalization. Okay, I will add. Okay, this is generalization. So like this, while you draw the class diagram, so there will be more classes, different relationship will be between them, and then there will be. You can explain the method invocations, how the methods are invocating, how the our set main process invocating the set screen display keypad. it depends on the action of the user. So here we are seeing for withdrawal. So that's it for the method invocation. Just now try drawing all the you need all the UML diagrams before sequence, activity, use case diagram. After that, class diagram. So there will be a more number of classes. There will be relationship between them, composition, aggregation, whichever is better. And after the class diagram, you go for a component diagram. And we have component diagram and deployment diagram after drawing the class diagram. So you will learn about what are the components, how components are connected with one another. You will learn that in the class. But before that, you will have to draw the class diagram. So any doubt for this relationship, composition, aggregation, or anything? Classes.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, between the ATM and withdrawal, we have used the association, right?
Yeah.
So directed association can also be used, same as between bank database and ATM.
Directed association.
Yeah.
So from ATM
Is
to
there
withdrawal,
any?
withdrawal to ATM, from where?
Yeah, withdrawal to ATM and bank database to ATM. Like, is there any large difference between association and directed association?
Okay, I will change it there. From withdrawal to ATM.
Yes, sir. I'm asking, sir. I'm not
Yeah.
sure about it.
So what other things? Is it right? From withdrawal to ATM, direct association. Or should I keep it as association only?
Okay, sir.
I check all the relationship which is correct where composition, aggregation, association. We have direct association also. Any other question?
Sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, why there is a get account number in withdrawal, sir?
It is operation.
Get account number in withdrawal. Why it is there? I mean,
Okay, like it will check it will require the account number na for withdrawing. Okay, from which account number?
but sir, ATM do not need an account number. Now you just insert the card and then.
ATM won't require, but in the bank it will require na, for like checking the balance.
Oh, all right. But
Don't consider it as a whole diagram. There will be more classes.
हाँ सिंह बाबू कैसे हैं? गुड मॉर्निंग आप हाँ चल ही रहा है ठीक ठाक तो बात सब है चल ही रहा है ठीक ठाक हाँ और आप थोड़ा सावधान रहिए जरा मैंने सबको स्टडी करके पेशेंट को
Or day before yesterday only, one of my friend was giving an interview. That interviewer asked the difference between aggregation and composition. So all these relationships are important. Okay, I will stop sharing this. If anyone has any doubt.
Sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, can you add aggregation relation example?
Aggregation.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they are writing as aggregation. for this is for withdrawal only, so I can zoom out. We have so what were the other operations? Change pin balance inquiry. Balance. And the remaining operations, yeah, you can consider that. So for aggregation, we can use it like so we have the operations change pin balance inquiry withdrawal also. So this is your parent class. That way you can use aggregation. What do you think? Is it right or not? Change pin balance inquiry. Any suggestion? Just check it out how you can use aggregation. So here the one example for aggregation.
Yes, sir.
So it depends on how you are drawing the class diagram, whether you need it or not. There are these other relationships also, dependency with the dotted line. Check this also. I haven't used it. Interface realization is also there. But these are the main one: composition, aggregation, association, and generalization. These four are the main. You can try drawing the class diagram if you. You can try drawing the class diagram. You can show me using the relationship. If you have any other idea, any kind of different classes you can use.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is a thing called mini statement, sir. And in mini statement, I think last 5 transactions are shown, and it also show the current balance. But and then there is a thing called balance inquiry that will only show the current balance. So don't so they can be in aggregation, sir. Like hello,
Yeah, yeah, speak.
yes, sir. They can be in aggregation. Like
Okay.
balance inquiry is aggregated to mini statement. because
Yeah, you can draw it in your class diagram. We will check everyone's class diagram. At that time, you can show what are the different.
all right, sir. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Absolutely. This aggregation and composition, these two are little bit confusing. Just read about them. Yeah. And last time I have told you about the Java code generation. Okay, we'll try on this class diagram. Have you installed this Java for generating code? Anyone downloaded it? Install it, Java.
Yes, sir. We have added the extension for Java.
Yeah, for extension for Java. Okay, we'll try to generate the code. Let's check if the code is generated. You know how you have to generate the code. Go to tools. If you don't have Java extension, you will only see these two options: extension manager and diagram generator. So go to extension manager. So if it's already installed, it will display it in the install. It's searching. If it's not already okay. Okay, you can see I have already installed it. It's showing Java code generation and reverse engineering. So for you, if you are doing it for the first time, just search Java here. You can see this Java code generation and reverse engineering and just install it. After that, you can see it in the install option. And after that, there will be a third option called Java. Let's check if the code is generated. ATM Java. Okay. Okay, you can see all the classes are there. It's visible screen.
No, sir.
Not visible. Okay, wait. Now it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see that ATM class is there, bank database is there. So let me open it. Just wait a second. So this was the ATM class. So here that one method we have set main process. This is the constructor, default constructor. This is the pseudocode we have generated from our class diagram.
So we have to also add the attributes to our class.
Yeah, we have to write down. I haven't written down attributes, but we have to write down. If you write down the attributes will be there in the class also. Let's check some other class. This one is for the keypad, I think. So we have the constructor, we have the two methods, get pin, get option. You can just start writing the code in these methods. We get just a skeleton of our program, a skeleton of our program. We can start writing the code. So everyone understood how to generate the code. Or should I again explain?
Yes, sir. Explain once again, sir.
Okay, now you have the class diagram. I completed the class diagram. Then go to tool. So if you haven't installed the Java extension, you will only see the first two options. So go to the extension manager, click on it. You will see the registry and install. If you haven't installed, just search Java. Here you will see Java code generation and reverse engineering. Click on install. So after installing, you can see it in the install option. So it will show Java. Just close it. You might have to restart it, I think. Just check it. After that, you can see the option Java. Just go to Java, generate code. It will display this panel. You can select the class model. This one is the class. Just click OK. Now select a folder where you want to generate the codes. Last time I have just selected this. We are in the ATM Java. So just select a folder and click OK. And you can navigate to that folder and you will see all the classes which are generated. Just try drawing a simple class diagram and just try to generate the code.
इंगोले
Yes, sir.
कंपोनेंट डायग्राम थोड़ा दिखा दो. ये क्लास हुआ ना?
Yes, sir. Yes.
हाँ, थोड़ा सा कंपोनेंट दिखा दो और ये दिखा दो
Deployment is also.
इंटरकनेक्शन. अच्छा, क्लास डायग्राम I have given assignment to Nirmal Panda.
Yes, sir.
In the next class, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Rahul Sahu, component diagram से कैसे, class diagram से कैसे, how you will get component diagram. Rahul Sahu.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
आप पूरा पढ़ना है कैसे मैं इतना बड़ा क्लास डायग्राम बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगी, बहुत बड़ा. तो उसको कैसे रिड्यूस करके मैं कुछ नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस को ग्रुप करके मैं कंपोनेंट, हाउ आई विल मेक द कंपोनेंट, देन आई विल मेक द कंपोनेंट डायग्राम. यही कंपोनेंट डायग्राम में तुम्हारी जरूरत पड़ेगी क्या? पोर्ट एंड रोल. ओके,
Okay, sir. Okay.
पोर्ट एंड रोल में यहाँ पर ये जो इन्वोकेशन बताया भैया ने, that will come into the picture. Role for a connector. Okay?
Yes, sir.
तो आप ढंग से पढ़ो, पीपीटी 10 या 15 ठो बनाओ, समझे? राहुल साहू. ठीक है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
कंपोनेंट डायग्राम अभी थोड़ा सा बता देंगे ये भैया ने, बट यू हैव टू टेल एवरीथिंग कंपोनेंट डायग्राम ऑफ दिस कंसोर्टियम, बैंक कंसोर्टियम, ओके। करेक्टली कैसे, किसी की कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं होगी आपकी आइडिया मिलने का बाद, ठीक है।
Okay, sir. I will learn about that.
ओके, कुछ बेसिक आइडिया दे दो इनको ले। कंपोनेंट डायग्राम, क्योंकि हम लोग को जाना है कंपोनेंट, कनेक्टर एंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन। ये है आर्किटेक्चर की खासियत, ये जरूरत है। दीज आर द थ्री थिंग्स वी नीड। सो यू लिसन, वी नीड कंपोनेंट, कनेक्टर एंड the overall configuration. That is what is our subject. So we are moving slowly towards component. Okay, until unless you draw all these 5 diagrams correctly, you cannot reach the component diagram. You cannot reach. Do you understand, Somo?
Yes, sir.
Somo.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Our aim is to reach the component diagram. Interrelation is based on the connectors. So component, connector and overall configuration. That is what our intention is in our subject. Is the lab for the subject software architecture. Okay.
Okay, for component diagram, okay, you can select model, add diagram. So I already selected the component diagram. So you can select it from the model and add diagram. So here you can see the component diagram is there. So after drawing a class diagram, now there will be components. So the first option only you can see the components. So I will select a component here first. Now I will ATM. So I will take another component. For this component diagrams, there's you will learn the roles and ports. So that concept is very important for this component diagram. What are the ports which are connecting the components, and what are the roles?
Role for the connector.
Connectors.
हाँ जी बोलो।
I will take a third component. So again, you have to find out what will be the components, which are the components you will require. So I will from this component diagram only you can realize the different architectures. Coming lessons that there are different architectures present. So how this component will be connected, that will depend on the architecture. So there's a blackboard architecture, different types of architecture in there. Architectures are there. So I will take a component. So here a component can contain more than one classes. It's a one component. So here Here for the explanation, I have taken like one class as a component, but as a component will contain a group of classes. It's not necessary that a class will represent a single component only. Suppose this component operation, we have a withdrawal, change pin, all this will come under this component. Usually, ports are called the point of connection between the two components. So we have the ports, and for the connectors, for every connectors there will be some role. So just go through this concept once, roles and ports. So throughout our whole software architecture, these two are very important, roles and ports between the components. Okay, this is a simple representation of a component diagram. But as you will see in the next chapters, there will be different architectures. So how these components will how we are connecting this component. So it will create a different architectures depending on our how we are connecting these components. Depending on that, the architecture there will be different architectures. So after drawing a class diagram, you will draw a component diagram. And again, it's not necessary for every class there will be the component. Component might contain different classes. A component will have ports and the connect. Similarly, the last one we have a deployment.
Deployment means how you will deploy in hardware as well as software, both. Deploy means engage or to put in action. Deploy, okay? How to deploy it, how to put them in action. We deployed the army force near Ladakh, means हम लोग army force को भेजे near Ladakh. We have put them in action. So here deployment means what is the hardware, how the software will be linked to the hardware, how they will start working, deploy. Okay? Okay.
This is the notation of the deployment. You can go through this one. So after the component, we will go to deployment. Sir told. So everything will be deployed. And this is the representation of a deployment. You can read more about it. What is the deployment diagram? So you will get a clear idea. The first thing is a clear. Just complete the class diagram correctly. After that, we can draw the component and the deployment.
Okay, so we are almost over with all the diagrams. In fact, there are 14 diagrams. Okay. In fact, there are 14 diagrams. Some of them we have covered, those who are important, and those who are less important we have skipped. So Jitendra Gora will tell all the 14 diagrams in nutshell, in very brief. There are two categories. आप देख लो net में है. There are 14 diagrams. One is called as the structure diagram. The other one is called as the behavior diagram. Okay, all are listening. One group is called as the structure. The other group is called as the behavior. So what are these diagrams which come under structure? The most important one is the class. Then next is component. Next is deployment. अभी तीन जो लास्ट में बताया भैया ने. Then you break the class diagram and make it part wise. It becomes object diagram. The fourth one you note down, that is object diagram. Then the fifth one is package diagram. Package. You group them together, all the classes, all the components, how minimum items should be there in a package. So next one is a package diagram. Then the profile diagram. What is the profile of the software? How it will behave? A diagram to indicate the profile. Then the component. The structure will be so complex. How with minimum items will show the composite structure diagram. So what are the 7 diagrams which come under structure? Class, component, deployment, object, package, profile, composite structure. These are the 7 diagrams which come under the structure. Okay, all are able to hear? All could hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. जितेंद्र गोरा ये 7 आप लिख लिया?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Then next 7 behavior. Based on the behavior, we will think for the structure. First is the behavior. लड़का कैसा अच्छा है कि खराब है, हम पहले उसका behavior we always identify. Then we allow a boy to enter into the class. So behavior is most important. Based on the behavior, we think for the structure. But structure, the class diagram and the component diagram, they play the most vital role. But all the structure are dependent on the behavior. So behavior में पहला use case. Then activity में पहला बोला कि कैसा जुड़वा भाई है. How they depend on each other. आपको justify करना है. Jitendra Babu, you have to justify why I call them as a twin brother or twin sisters. Okay, something twin, a close relationship exists between the use case diagram and the activity diagram. Then state chart diagram or state machine diagram. In some book it is state machine, in some book it is called as a state chart. Machine is what? Machine is that which takes input. You have read it in your BTech program. Machine, a lot of machine you have read. It takes input and gets output. So that's called as a state chart or state machine diagram. The dynamic activity, how things change, it shows in the state chart. Based on the dynamic activity, you build the sequence diagram, one after another. Give a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sequence diagram. I have given everything to everybody. Your Jitendra Babu, your aim is to conclude by telling brief, most important 1 or 2 lines which other friends have missed, and you have to narrate briefly. Then after sequence, it is communication. How the classes communicate through the messages, as well as there is a need of, in the present day scenario, there is a need of some sort of internet connectivity for the software. Communication diagram, you go through that. Those which we have not covered, you have to tell. Then interaction overview. How the interaction takes place among the classes. Interaction, you have to tell very brief. Tell in the next class which are very brief. We will elaborate it in the next class. Then the timing. There is another time concept. When a particular information is available, that time is available, then the next dynamic activity takes place. Timing, dependent on the time, constraint of time. Okay, so next is the timing diagram. So these are the 7 behavioral diagrams. Based on the behavior, we always fix the structure. Okay, so you tell something in brief, we will expand it in the next class. Next we'll find time to expand them, but you have to tell them, you have to draw something in the star UML, you have to guide your friends, and other friends also read about it. Not that you have to hear from Jitendra. You have to tell where he is missing. Okay? Okay. So we'll close down. Subham Mingole?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll close down today.
Okay.
You take the attendance and tell me who are present.